The drama surrounding Angel Reese and the fall of Unrivaled when Angel Reese announced her move to the Unrivaled League, it felt like the start of something revolutionary. It wasn't just about basketball, it was about a new chapter, a new league that promised to reshape the landscape of women's sports. Reese wasn't merely participating in that future. She was expected to lead it. Her confidence was unmistakable, and her brand was bigger than ever. But less than a season in, the hype that once surrounded her is unraveling fast, and for the Unrivaled League. That unraveling may come at a devastating cost. There was a time not too long ago when Angel Reese couldn't be mentioned without headlines following. Her rise through college basketball was electric. Her rivalry with other top-tier players like Caitlin Clark was thrilling, and her presence lit up every screen she appeared on. Her move to Unrivaled, a fledgling league boasting innovation and individuality, was meant to be the torch, lighting a new path forward. She wasn't just joining Unrivaled, she was supposed to be its crown jewel. But the numbers don't lie, and neither do fans. The league's debut was promising. A shocking 300,000 viewers tuned in to watch its opening slate of games. Statistic that suggested women's basketball was on the verge of a breakthrough. It was a massive figure for a brand new league buoyed by the charisma and online influence of athletes like Reese, but just as quickly as that attention arrived, it began to vanish. The spotlight that once chased Angel has now dimmed into something much colder. Scrutiny. Reese's games are no longer must-see events. In fact, they've become a ratings liability. What began as a celebration of her next chapter has turned into a referendum on whether she ever deserved the crown in the first place. Recent broadcasts have struggled to reach 100,000 viewers, and in some cases, have dipped below 90,000 a day, an astonishing drop from the opening night euphoria. Critics point to these numbers not as a reflection of women's basketball as a whole, but as a direct indictment of Reese's drawing power. The most damning moment? A nationally televised game where Reese, who was expected to be the main attraction, was benched in favor of Lexi Hall. The coaching decision wasn't random, it was a reaction to performance. Reese had been struggling. Her dominance in the paint had been neutralized. Her timing was off. Her defense leaky. In one particularly brutal sequence, she was beaten off the dribble again and again, looking a step slow and visibly frustrated. A botched put-back layup hit the bottom of the rim and instantly went viral, not as a highlight, but as a lowlight. It was a symbol of her unraveling. When Reese did take a big swing to reclaim her Neretova, deep logo 3 meant to silence doubters, it backfired. The ball clanked off the rim with a hollow echo, and the arena groaned. Instead of cementing a new chapter, she had written a painful new line in a growing book of missteps. The move, reminiscent of the effortless range of Caitlin Clark, only served to reinforce the stark gap between Reese's confidence and her current execution. For Reese's critics, this wasn't about one bad game. It was the culmination of a broader concern that her rise had been powered more by branding and bravado than by on-court excellence. And now, under the bright lights of professional scrutiny, the cracks are impossible to ignore. Lexi Hull's elevation was a wake-up call. In the same game where Reese faltered, Hull hustled, rebounded, and executed with precision. Her playstyle wasn't flashy, but it was effective. Meanwhile, another name kept rising: Kate Martin. Once an overlooked player who few believed would even make a WNBA roster, Martin had quietly turned into the breakout star of the Unrivaled League. While Reese was benched or struggling through missed shots and poor defensive rotations, Martin was leading her team to dominant wins. She didn't need a microphone or an Instagram caption. Her play did the talking, and that's the part of the story Reese never anticipated. The moment was supposed to be hers. Instead, she's watching as someone else seizes it. But the pressure isn't only on Reese, it's also on the league itself. Unrivaled was built around star power. It promised a more dynamic, player-first alternative to traditional leagues, and it heavily invested in big names to draw eyes. Without generational talent like Caitlin Clark participating, the league's spotlight grew narrower, relying even more on players like Reese to carry the momentum. Now, as Reese's struggles continue and viewers tune out, the entire foundation feels unstable. It's not just a Reese problem, it's an unrivaled problem. Fans are turning their backs. Even her most loyal supporters are beginning to ask the hard questions. Did Reese peak in college? Can she adapt her game to a league that values versatility and elite shot making? Is she truly a cornerstone for the future, or just another name who couldn't make the leap? Professional basketball is unforgiving. Doesn't care about your past accolades or your social media following. All that matters is what you do on the floor, and right now, Reese isn't delivering. The numbers speak volumes. When she plays, attendance dips, ratings plummet, and the narrative sours. Her attempt to redefine herself in this new league is turning into something else. Entirely a cautionary tale about the chasm between fame and effectiveness. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, the player so often cast as Reese's foil, is laser-focused. On her WNBA journey, on her birthday, she's in the gym, putting up 54 shots in 3 minutes, grinding, perfecting, evolving. Her absence from Unrivaled only underscores what it's missing. Clark isn't just a superstar, she's a phenomenon. Her deep threes, her court vision, her unshakable confidence, they aren't just highlights, they're appointment viewing. If she were in Unrivaled, it wouldn't be close. She'd dominate, and the world would watch, but she's not. And Reese, who wanted to be the face of a league, now finds herself at a crossroads. The fame, the endorsements, the promise they don't matter if the game doesn't back it up. Reese insists she's doing it for herself, that this path, however rocky, is her own. But the drama is only intensifying, and the league she hoped to elevate now seems to be dragging her down instead. This is more than a slump. It's a defining moment. Will Angel Reese rise to the occasion, rework her game, and reclaim the star status that once felt inevitable? Or will she become the symbol of a legend and opportunity squandered? Rivaled was meant to change everything. Instead, it's revealing truths many weren't ready to face. For Angel Reese, the next game isn't just another chance to play. It might be the last shot to prove she belongs at the top. What do you think is really going on with Angel Reese? Is this just a rough patch? Or is the hype finally catching up with reality? Can Unrivaled survive without a breakout star to rally behind? Let us know in the comments, and if you want more deep dives into the biggest stories shaking the sports world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We're just getting started.